Today we are continuing our series on I Want Jesus to Walk with Me with the topic through mass media messages. Even if you live alone and you seldom leave your house, chances are you are influenced by hundreds of mass media messages a day. And if you do leave your house on a regular basis, the number of mass media messages increases exponentially. Mass media messages is the use of technology to communicate to a mass audience. Newspapers, magazines, brochures, books, movies, mail, advertisements, TV, radio, phones, movies, video games, recorded songs, billboards, posters, signs, transit media on buses, bumper stickers on train cars, advertising in transit shelters, digital network, websites, blogs, ebooks, podcasts, social networking sites like Facebook, Twitter, email, text, virtual reality, help! There are many advantages to live in a world where information is at our fingertips, but there are also disadvantages. How do we sort through the mass amounts of information that is thrown our way and decide what is a reliable source? How do we know what is valid and true information and what information is exaggerated and deceptive? How do we keep an emotional balance when we are inundated with tragedies that happen around the world every single day? How do we know what is a healthy amount of information to take in each day? It is difficult, but necessary for us to decide how we will let mass media influence our lives. Once again, we're here with Amy Delgado. So tell me, Amy, how much mass media do you think you are exposed to each and every day?
Constant. I even sleep with my phone because that's where my alarm clock is.
Okay.
And also because I'm looking at it all the time. So
you're a person who engages it.
Yeah, frequently.
Okay.
But not to. And as far as mass media, like I'm always checking the news, and I think part of that was COVID too.
Sure.
So much was changing so quickly, and just like in the news and what's happened, just always feeling like anything could change. So
do you ever feel overwhelmed by that? The amount of information each day, or just the messages you're getting? How do you handle that?
I had made a point to like block a lot of the negativity too, so I don't see it. So right now on Facebook, I don't see much on there, or like social media, like like media, like CNN, the news. I'm on that a lot, which I don't know, good or bad. And I try to look for a lot of it's try to look for the positives, to be honest.
So what about with your family? Are they connected in a strong way that way, or not so much?
I can say friends and neighbors we are.
Uh-huh.
That's a bonus, and help you with community that way. Like using social media, that's how I connect with a group of friends monthly. I'm working on doing like a gardening program. That's monthly through that. I think like even with church, I thought I really enjoyed like during COVID how we connected that way, because like during those coffee hours I was able to connect with people so much more, and it was really neat hearing like Danny had surgery during that time. Mm-hmm. And like I don't know if I would have heard like how like one time I got like disconnected. I couldn't hear them because I had to go in the backyard to talk, but I could hear a member talking about Danny, and they thought I was off and how they were really engaged and concerned about him. And it was just really, really cool hearing that involvement and how much of a community we are. So,
and isn't it funny that we, in some ways, connected almost better?
I think so.
With people we don't necessarily do when we're together in person. Yeah. And listening to you, how helpful that was, and
during COVID, my mom and dad, they came here. They online, they were part of this church too. And kind of know, it's awesome to be back face to face, and I feel like I'm connecting with people more, but we're kind of back, like sitting in our own spots and things, and but still making a point to say hi, everyone.
So what do you, with this, do you think the media or God shapes your opinions more? This is kind of a controversial question.
I don't think the media shapes my view on God. Okay. I don't. I think when I was kind of young, I think my early education in the church, I think like starting on preschool, and the ideas of Jesus really shaped my values and of God and what I know is true.
Well, thank you. Thanks for sharing. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We're here today with Jane Muncomb. So we all know that we get everyday messages that are out there through the news, through the radio, through newspaper, so many different things. How do you deal with all the news that comes at you, and do you listen to a lot of news?
I don't listen. When I get up in the morning, I turn on channel 3 first to see about the weather, and then the news, and it comes across the screen. You know, the news of the day, how many have been killed and fighting in Ukraine and whatever, and then that's it for the day. You know, I don't really dwell on. I'm not a TV watcher. Number one. I mean, I don't care if people watch TV 24 hours a day, but that's not me. I got other things I want to do. So, I mean, I'll sit down in the evening and watch my Wheel of Fortune and Antiques Roadshow, and then I do watch the news, but I don't, dwell on the news, really.
So you don't dwell on it. So is that how you keep your balance?
I think so.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're finding balance by not necessarily turning things on all the time. Or do you read a lot of print news, like magazines or newspapers?
No.
Or
I guess I do read the newspaper, but I go back to the Wonder Word and do the Wonder Word.
So how do you communicate with your grandkids? Because I know they're on mass media.
I know. Yeah.
Do you text with them?
No, I have the telephone.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are they good about talking on the phone with you? Oh, they are?
Yeah.
So they know Grandma doesn't text?
No, oh yeah. Well, I don't have the, and Darla will say I'll say, well, I'm going to call Ryan. Well, he'll answer you right away, Grandma. He does. When Grandma calls, Ryan calls me right back. He doesn't do that to me. Yeah.
So do you think, when you look at your grandchildren, because it's not something you do a lot, but they're on their phones a lot because that's their age.
Yep.
And many of us are on our phones and listen to a lot of different kinds of media.
Yeah.
Do you see it influencing their lives?
I think it influences all people that are on that, internet and all that kind of stuff, But I'm not on it, so I can't judge whether it's good or bad,
Okay.
It's not my bag of tea.
Okay, thank you.